What's up, my dudes? I'm Valkyr. Today I'm going to be going over Keqing. I'm going to be doing a level 90 Keqing showcase for you guys, and we're going to be soloing level 90 Storm Terror with Keqing, just like I did my Ningguang one. So let's get into my Keqing build, because you guys always ask me. It's a very weird build. I'll explain the synergy as I go into it. But first, let's go through the stats. As you can see, she's at 70% crit rate, 167% crit damage, and 150% energy recharge. Why is that energy recharge really important? Because I use her more as a sub DPS and pair her with Venti, and Venti ult gives her ult back immediately, where I can just ult while monsters are stuck in Venti's ult, and then I can just get ult back literally instantly. It's a really fantastic thing. You can see I don't really have any electro damage bonus on her. I mean, if you're going to use her for Electro, I'd suggest doing that. But I have her more for Hybrid. And the reason I use this Noblesse set specifically is because the rolls on it are godly. The rolls for this Noblesse set are really good. I got this crit rate helm, attack percent, energy recharge, very, very good. I got a look at this goblet. This goblet's amazing. This goblet's amazing. The only reason I use an attack percent goblet is because it's so goddamn good. But if you were to build her for Electro, elemental damage percent is always better. A bad elemental damage goblet, these are actually kind of good ones, but a bad elemental damage percent goblet is better than a really, really god tier attack percent goblet. Here is another really good piece of 20% crit damage, attack percent, LE mastery, very good. Here's another one, 26.4% crit damage, attack 11.1%, energy recharge 5.8. Attack and crit damage, energy recharge, very strong substats all throughout the set. That's the main reason I use this set. It's a very, very stat heavy set that I got really good rolls on, because I farm Noblesse Oblige a lot trying to get good rolls for Ningguang, and I ended up getting a god tier set for Keqing. So that being said, as you can see, I have no constellation. Talents, I'm 8, 6, and 6, as you can see, but the most important thing is the first passive. When casting Starward Sword, which is her burst, actually the second passive, excuse me. Whenever casting Starward Sword, which is her burst, increases Keqing's crit rate by 15% and her energy recharge is increased by 15%. So that puts me at, if you look at the stats, that puts me at around 83% crit rate and around 167% energy recharge after she ults. After she bursts for about, how long? 8 seconds. So that being said, ideally what I would do in the future is I would replace this crit rate helm, because 83% crit rate is a little bit overkill. I can take this out and I can put a crit damage helm in along with a crit rate substat, get maybe crit damage and 10% crit rate, and she would be done basically for me, because I have her as a hybrid DPS. I didn't spec into Fizz, I didn't spec into Electro. If you want to do more damage, you want to spec more into either physical damage percent or electric damage percent. It's really depending on how you're wanting to do it. But yeah, and I have the black sword on her, which is probably the best option for her, even throughout the 5 stars, unless you have Aquila Favonia, which is an absolutely broken weapon, but then you have to build her into Fizz damage. You can't. If you want her mixed, if you want her either Fizz or Electro, then I would go black sword. So that being said, let's get into the solo. Oh yeah. Wait. I forgot to explain the synergy. So the 4-piece Noblesse, using an elemental burst, increases all party members' attack by 12%. Remember how I said I can use her ult on cooldown thanks to Venti. So if I do this, you can see it increases attack by 20% for 12 seconds. This is cooldown 12 seconds at the same time, so I can keep, as long as I'm using her as a sub DPS in a party, I can keep her ult and that buff up on cooldown by using Venti, and that's a very strong combination. It really helps me up the damage of my Ningguang and all that. I just have to be using her ult on cooldown along with Venti's little suction thing, his cyclone. So yeah, all right, let's go ahead and do this. No food, no nothing. You guys are getting a raw. I don't like doing showcases with Mona, Bennett, food, etc. We're going to do a showcase as raw as I can do it. So just like the Ningguang one, we're just going to showcase her damage and let you decide whether you like it or not. We're not going to give her any buffs. I don't like doing it with buffs. I won't ever do showcases with buffs. The only time I might bring help is for Zhao for healing, if his HP percent gets increased per HP. Because, yeah, I don't want my Zhao to kill himself in the middle of a showcase. That'd be kind of bad, huh? So let's go ahead and get into it. Here, Devon's gonna do his little PP charge. We're just gonna dodge it real quick. Sidestep it. Now, unlike Ning Wong, she's melee, so I have to wait for him to come to me. I can't really do anything. So now that we dodge that, we come here, we just spam charge attack a couple times, we build up ult. And we just do that next time he lands again. We probably don't even need to do the R2, we probably can just run up and start spamming charge attack. Yep. Most of her damage comes from charge attack. So whenever you're using her, you want to do charge attack, because her normal attack multipliers are quite low, actually. But her charge attack multiplier is very high. So you can see here, I'm critting very often now. She's dealing about like somewhere between 9 and 10k a crit because the extra hits. So somewhere between 9 and 10k a charge attack. She can just pump it out constantly, just a little bit below 50%, as you can see. She's a very strong DPS. Even with me building her for sub DPS, she's still very strong DPS. I've seen some Keqings do some crazy stuff. It's kind of changed my opinion on her, that what I've seen other people able to do with her. But at the same time, it's hard for me to find like showcases where they're not like writing superconduct, or you know, they're not giving her more realistic values. They're more so showcasing her with like superconduct and a strong team. I like to show you guys just the character by themselves, so you guys can make up your mind and you can build a team around the character. And if you guys have any questions about Keqing, ask in a comment below. I'll give you my thoughts on what you could do. But other than that, I mean, you gotta pull her first, I guess, right? Yeah, the general ban of 5-star units, I wouldn't stress too much about getting them, because you're gonna get them eventually. Like, you're eventually going to have the Luke and Keqing and all those characters that you want. You're eventually going to get them, so I wouldn't stress too much about getting them. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's see if we can get ult back. Yeah, you see that energy recharge coming into play? Like, I should be able to ult here again once I pop up here. First we do this. We do this. Yep, here's ult again. This is the energy recharge coming into play. And you guys can see the damage. And we just got him in 2 DPS windows. We just barely got him in 2 DPS windows. Anyways, that's all for my Keqing showcase. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll make sure to answer if I get the notification on my phone. If I don't answer you, I didn't get the notification, I'm very sorry. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Peace.